the quality of your relationships can and will normally affect the quality of your life, success, and things that you want to achieve, slash why empathy is so important. Relationships is really a function of how we relate to people or relate to things, relationships, right? And the quality of your relationships is depending on your ability to connect with others. And your ability to connect with others is really dependent on your ability to connect with yourself, and why empathy is the solution. So I've been going through my notes, watching the game tape, downloading and busting stuff down. And what I realized the other day, aka shout out to the disgruntled cashier at Aldi, is what she taught me is about relationships and empathy. Now, I'm naturally an empathetic person, but sometimes when I'm in my go mode and my Dallas mode, I don't be thinking about that, right? The quality of your relationships is determined by the way you relate to people, but more importantly, how you relate to yourself, aka why is empathy so important. So, I was checking out. She was complaining about something, blah, 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 blah. They got me here till so and so, man. I'm sick of this place, right? And so for me, normally when people complain, I don't like hearing it. You know what I'm saying? Because I be in my zone. I'm like, man, I don't want to hear your damn complaints. I'm like, man, this lady's getting on my nerves. But then I was realizing in that moment, like, Dallas, you're just selfish. You don't care about what, not only do you not care about what she's saying, you don't care about why she's saying it. And all you did was disconnect to herself. So I tried something, and I was like, why don't you try to empathize and relate to this lady? Let me think about it. Let me look around. I was like, damn, there's only two people in here. She said she came in 2 hours early. She probably worked for a disorganized, incompetent supervisor that always pulls this crap on her at the last minute. And she's just voicing how I feel. It doesn't matter how she feels. And as a matter of fact, if I was in her shoes, I'd probably feel the same way. So instead of being annoyed by her like I probably would normally do, instead I empathized with her. When I was able to relate to her, I was able to relate to myself. And I realized, Dallas, you get in moods where you're not happy and you want to vocalize it. See, there's an I in all of us that connects us, but we're taught to find our differences. We're taught to find barriers instead of bridges, which is why empathy is so important. If you can't truly relate to a person, you secretly can't relate to yourself. Everything is a mirror of how we feel about ourselves. You see what you believe in the world. So if you believe that people are annoying and complaining all the time, you're going to see that. So instead of judging her about how she was affecting my day and getting me out of my zone, I let me relate to this lady. And instead I told her a few jokes. I said, I made up something, changed her day, and it changed my day. Loving your neighbor is not about you going and doing some deed for somebody else. It's about loving yourself. That's the whole point. And you can't have no relationships and love people unless you can love yourself. Oh. Starts with empathy. Appreciate y'all. I'm outro.